sis, you know what time it is. Empower Hour. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay. So this week, me and my husband did a podcast episode on my podcast, Max Out Girl, which you can check out on my YouTube channel at Charbria Shine on YouTube. So since I'm in the love series on my podcast for this month of February, we're talking about being unlucky in love. So I kind of just want to talk about it a little bit, kind of like recap and just encourage you, like during this holiday season or Valentine's Day season. I know Valentine's Day is over, but you're still going to see the residuals of like pictures, and you might be thinking about, the lack of not having a Valentine. So I just want to encourage you, if you do desire love or you do desire marriage in your future, to not give up hope. I just remember when I was single, I was still in my 30s when I was single, and sometimes it could get discouraging, and I understand that. And I was like, some people are like, were you satisfied the whole time? Because, I had the Single and Satisfied movement and a series of books for singles, especially my first book, Single and Satisfied, The Single Woman's Guide to Fulfillment. And people are like, were you always single and satisfied? Girl, no. Absolutely not. And if you read my book, you'll know that. I was so in love with love, disappointed, ended up in a lot of bad relationships. However, I had to get to that place of knowing myself, learning myself, healing, and kind of looking at myself, digging deep, like, why do I keep attracting these kind of guys? Why am I so in love with love? What is the issue, right? Why am I looking for love in all the wrong places? And I had to realize that I had to be whole and complete with or without a man in my life. I had to learn how to create a life that I didn't need rescuing from, learn how to have a life full of joy and fun and excitement, and full of even love, right? Self-love, and building a girl tribe around me, and loving my family, and volunteering and loving those who needed love, right? So all those things I had to learn during my singleness. And to be honest, when I took my mind off my singleness and on other people, like blessing other single women, hanging out with other women who are on the same journey, or blessing other people, when I took my mind off myself, I feel like that's when I began to get true joy, true fulfillment. As we know, the word says it's better to give than to receive, and sometimes I feel like we forget that. Nothing wrong with one in love. I still love love, but not to the point where it was toxic love, taking anything and everything just to be in love, right? So I had a long series, like a decade of being abstinent, being single, and just truly learning myself and building my life, creating that life that I wanted to live, and also becoming the woman that the kind of man I wanted to have would want to be with, right? Sometimes we forget that part. So I just want to encourage you, like, don't give up on love. Sometimes we can feel like, man, the pool of dating out there is like terrible. And it can be, right? But when you're trusting God, he could bring a man from Mars. And I say that laughing, however, but my husband was like 12 hours away, and God brought him to me. And, our love story is so unique in that when you trust God, don't worry about the details. The details, you're not supposed to try to figure out how it's going to happen. Just know that God is faithful, and he'll give you the desires of your heart in due season. Trust him, thank him for it, confess what you want, and live your life. Don't be like, where my Boaz? Where my Boaz? Where my man? Where my husband? Where my bae? Chill. Like, I know that sometimes can sound harsh, but it's true. Like, when you get your mind, and it's okay to be conscious of your surroundings, of if someone's attractive or if you want to date someone, but don't be so desperate. Don't exude that desperation. And sometimes we have to give that to God, because I had found myself desperate in a season of my life, not to really give it to God, until I really got to the place like, I'm good with or without a man, God. If you send him, I'm good. If you don't, I'm good. I desire that, but I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna love my life. I'm gonna enjoy my life. And that's what I did. I truly maxed out my single season. And so I want to encourage you, if you're single, be encouraged. God got you. He loves you. Build your life. Create a life you don't feel like you need rescuing from. On my site, I have so many resources for singles to encourage you. Books, course, even my stage play, Single Woman Chronicles. It's entertaining, but it deals with so many issues that as women we can deal with. So check those out in the store on my website, charbriashine.com or charbria.com, because I just want to encourage you. And I do a lot for singles periodically through the year. So just sign up for my email blast, because I'll be letting you know, like, when I have like a workshop or a course or something just to encourage, or a free resource, because I love to give away freebies as well to encourage you. So trust God, sis. Don't give up. If God has no respect of persons, if he did it for me, he'll do it for you. But he does respect faith, so you have to trust him. So again, I love you. Go ahead and check out my YouTube channel, because every Monday I have a new episode of my podcast, Max Out Girl. And then on Tuesday through Fridays, Empower Hours, which is not a full hour, it's just on the hour in the morning. I give some encouragement. And also I just love to encourage. So make sure you check that out, share it, subscribe, put on your notifications, and remember, you ain't no damsel in distress, sis. Remember, you will not settle for less than God's best. So I love you. Share this if this encouraged you.